Our next guest was born in New Zealand, raised in Japan, and is getting rave reviews for her performance in Shōgun.
He asks you to choose a post.
But he's going to shoot it.
The left or the right post.
Oh, man can't even see straight.
Please. Choose.
Right.
右の柱を。
Mariko-sama, you should move. Mariko-sama, move! Mariko-sama!
Tuesdays on Hulu. Please welcome Anna Sawai. I've been enjoying you on the show. The show is a lot of fun. And was that a real arrow?
You would think, right?
Yeah, you would think.
No.
It looked very real.
It was wind. I just
wind.
had to sit there and try not to blink.
A little bit of wind, kind of. Yeah, okay, all right. So
Nice
you
and
just
easy.
do. Yeah, it's amazing. Nowadays, in the old days, you would have got shot right in the eye.
A couple scars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know that we remember. I think if you're of a certain age in the United States, you remember Shōgun from 1980. It was an NBC miniseries that, like, I think it was like the second highest rated thing anybody ever watched. Have you ever watched any of those old episodes of that?
I was gonna watch it, but our showrunner Justin told me not to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he didn't want me to be too inspired, so I've only seen short clips.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Your character is, among other things, an interpreter.
Yes.
How many languages do you speak?
Sadly, only two.
Two. Well, that's one more than I do. English, obviously, is one of them.
And Japanese.
Japanese is the other.
Yes.
And was your Japanese fluent going into this?
I speak better Japanese, so yes, it is fluent. But in the show, we speak period Japanese.
Oh.
So I had to do that and then do a sort of like a British accent. for
It's
the-
old-timey, like thee and thou, and
Aye.
tis and wherefores?
Exactly.
Those kind of things?
Yes.
Like, is there an example of how it would differ from traditional Japanese?
So, for instance, if it was, where's the water? This is the water. We would just say kochira desu in modern language, but it would become kochira de gozarimasu. So it's a lot more long.
We tightened it up.
Yes, we love easy.
And in a way, we're headed in that direction, because now people, instead of what's up, they'll write sup. Sometimes not even words, just emojis for
Yeah,
communicating.
just a stamp.
Eventually, we're just going to be nodding and giving a little thumbs up to each other. Is a kimono a comfortable thing to wear? Because I've been thinking about getting into them.
Jimmy, they're so uncomfortable.
They are uncomfortable.
It's so restrictive. So basically, you're wearing layers and layers and tying the waist with a obi. It's like a thick belt, and it goes around multiple times. And so we would learn how to walk in them. And women back in the day, they didn't wear underwear.
Okay.
They didn't have the concept of underwear.
Right.
So they would have to just stand like this. This is default. And then you would shuffle your legs kind of like that. And that is the walk. So I would practice this at home, at the grocery store, at the park.
Oh,
I had to. I wanted to get to.
You started wearing the kimono around?
I would just walk like that.
Oh, really?
And there was a time a girl actually walked up to me, concerned. She was like, "Do you need to go to the bathroom?" I didn't even know it looked like that.
Yeah, that is kind of, now I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's what I look like when I need to go to the bathroom. What's the hardest thing about acting in them?
Everything is hard, but I think if I were to choose one, it would be like doing the sword fighting in the kimono, because still we have to keep our knees closed. It's strange because when you're fighting for your life, you would think, well, you can kind of separate them, right?
Do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, so
right.
I did talk to them, and they were like, you know what, that does make sense. Let's just widen up the stance a little bit.
These weapons that you use, are they real weapons? Are they made out of rubber or what?
If they were real, I would not be here today.
Okay.
Yes, we did get rubber ones and we got wooden ones, and I think they had the same weight as a real sword.
Okay.
So it made it that much more realistic.
Okay. I mentioned before you grew up in New Zealand, correct? Yeah.
I was born in New Zealand.
Born in New Zealand. Okay.
2 years in New Zealand, then I moved to Japan, then to Hong Kong, then to the Philippines for 5 years, and then I went back to Japan when I was 10.
Oh, you got around a lot. Is that hard living in all those, different countries like that as a kid? I would imagine it would be confusing in some ways.
It was so much fun, but I do remember being confused when I moved back to Japan, because one of the girls came up to me, and she was so inviting. She was like, "Do you want to go to the bathroom with me?" And so I said yes, and I go in, and I come out, and she's waiting for me. And I heard people also love to do that here. Like, that's a thing, right?
Yeah, right, yeah. Women go to the bathroom together.
Do we not want privacy?
Well, I think they go to the main part. Wait, did she come in the stall with
No,
you?
oh my goodness.
Because...
Maybe she was peeking, I don't know.
Yeah, you better watch out for this one. I don't know. No, yes, that's like a group thing. I think I don't know what, it's a mystery to me. You know more. What are you guys talking about when you're in there?
Gossip, boys.
Exactly. It's like to kind of assess what's going on at the table, talk about what needs to be talked, and then if there's some embarrassing procedure or something, or you got something in your teeth or whatever, then you tell each other that there, right?
Yeah.
Guillermo and I never go to the bathroom together, right,
No,
Guillermo?
never.
Rarely.
Maybe you can try.
What about when you came here to the United States? What was the biggest culture shock or surprise for you?
It's still a shock that the proportion of the food is so big. Honestly, it would feed a whole week of me. There's huge. I never finish my food.
Yeah, that is something I hear from people too, and for me, I don't even understand it. In fact, I hear from Americans, we're ordering too much food, and I'll go like, oh, we are?
Really?
Yeah, and then I consider it to be like a challenge, like, well, guess what? I'm gonna eat all of it.
Do you ever?
Always.
Really?
Always. I don't think I've ever taken home a doggy bag. I can't help it. It's like a sickness. Like I have to finish. Unless it's not good, then I won't eat it. But otherwise, I will eat it. Not only that, if you and I went to dinner, I'd eat whatever was on your plate.
Please.
Yes. Problem solved for both of us.
Exactly.
Well, congratulations on all the success of the show and in your career and all. It's called Shōgun. FX's Shōgun. New episodes premiere Tuesdays on Hulu. Anna Sawai, everybody. Thank you, Anna. We're back with the Kid Leroy.